Alright, so today's video, we're watching a previously Gold 4 support on console. This is a Where Are They Now video, so we're going to guess what their rank is at the end, see what their progress is, give them some more feedback. Previously, this person played Kiriko, and they were way too busy trying to dive in to get a limbs, and they weren't really supporting their teammate with cleanses and Kitsune. So a lot of the trying to do too much on the damage side of things, not using the utility they have to, like, make plays, things like that. So definitely a big part of it. I say thank you a ton for the advice given from you, your chat and your YouTube comments in the previous VOD I sent you. I tried to take your advice, but it's proven to be extremely difficult. Old habits die hard, I guess. My playstyle has always been this kind of DPS playstyle, and it's made it difficult to try to change it to try to benefit the team in other ways. I'm trying to be more aware of what abilities I have at all times, and how I can use them more effectively, for example, not holding on to Kitsune for 50 decades. I'm also trying to reflect on what I could do better myself instead of blaming every person that ended up on my team, like I did when I first sent you the VOD 4 months ago. At the end of the second round, I also tried to swap my characters around a bit, specifically swapping my Kiriko for a BAP. My windows need some work, though. That's fine. Which I believe really positively impacted my gameplay. My goal has always been to try to reach Masters, and I would love any follow-up advice you might have to reach my goal, or reach that goal any sooner. Thank you, and enjoy the VOD. Also, I love the thumbnails you or your editors make. They're really pretty. And thumbnail, yep, everybody does a great job, I agree. We have our editors and thumbnail artists. They do a wonderful job. So you actually started on BAP at the beginning. So let's see. By the way, BAP is, if you're trying to find a hero to balance both damage and healing with, you're on the right hero for this. A reverse heal. Good lamp. Good start. Don't really have to worry about your teammate behind you either right now. We actually did a video one time where our editor submitted a video and we watched it. That was funny. And then we had them edit the video. It was a good time. So far, so good. I don't really have any, like, feedback just yet. Like, yeah, even the lamp was a little bit... I mean, the lamp was ambitious, but that's more of, like, a team effort loss there. At the same time, I still want to find a middle ground for you. And that middle ground I'm looking for, at least in my opinion, is know when to fall back. Because when you fall back, you can still do damage. You can also get better vision for your teammates. Enjoy watching the videos? Heck yeah. Oh, I'm glad you both enjoy. Let's go. Really, we're going to sneak peek of the Honest New Mythic? Probably not. I mean, whenever the patch is out. I mean, it's... Maybe they do it like an hour or two before, but I don't think so. Alright, team is playing a little bit aggressive. That's okay. I'm trying to see if, like, there's opportunity you're missing out on. Not yet. Genji getting healed. So far, it's been... Yep. So far, it's okay. Like, your Junkrat dying there isn't your Junkrat, not you. Early cleanse to save your diva from getting demacked. I get it. I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm trying to think of what they have on their team anyway that would kill you. They have Tire, but, like, I'm not worried about it that much. Now I would be careful of using your cleanse on diva. Yes, good job. Good decision making. Sometimes I'll see players see a critical tank and they'll use their cleanse, but they don't really need to use their cleanse there. So, like, I get that. That was a good play. Because nobody's going to kill him anyway. Alright, so far, not bad. Outside of maybe, you know, a little bit too aggro on BAF after a certain point, not falling back. Kiriko's been fine so far. Playing with your teammates a little bit more. That's nice. That was a good cleanse more than anything. That cleanse just saved that Torb. Nice cleanse. Not you, like the other Kiriko. Don't be afraid to Kitsune this. This would be a good area to do it at if you want. Remember, they probably have Shatter coming up. I mean, they do have Shatter. We know it, but I want you to get in the mindset of knowing they have Shatter. Good timing on your cleanse. Remember, chat. I don't mind this Kitsune for the counter. Just a reminder to people, they recently changed how the interaction works. Not like recently, but like the interaction got changed slightly recently with your cleanse. So in that situation with your cleanse, just a little bit of a reminder that you won't be able to get somebody to get up from like the shatter anymore. Like when you cleanse them, they don't get up from the shatter, but you can prevent the damage that follows up. So that's why I like the Suzu timing, because they were on the ground laying there. And then when they went to go do the damage, you Suzu them to prevent the damage. So I'm glad to do that. Okay, here we go. Good job using your movement. I would have liked to see you try to find a swift step out. Remember, you said you're on console, right? Remember, you can hold your swift step button down, and it will go to somebody. I'd rather see you swift step to somebody and they still get you after than to not swift step. So just remember that. And if you don't find anybody, then they get you anyway, right? Yeah. Just waiting. I'm okay with that off angle. Nothing was really happening for you to have to worry about that there, so I'm okay with it. So far, so good. Remember to ping the Junkrat. Junkrat's getting pinged. Perfect. Be careful of the passive on the Junkrat. What rank is this? We're gonna guess. Their previous rank was, what was it, Gold 4, I think, on console? I could be wrong. I think it was. I can double check just to make sure I get for clarity. Yeah, Gold 4. Yep. I was right on that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Wait for it. All right, nothing's happening. I mean, so far it's still fine. This is one. Oh, by the way, that's one of those spots where I would like to see you scan a little bit more. So you notice how like you started to really tunnel vision that player at the van over there or whatever. Just try to scan to your teammates again. Make sure your teammates are good. Now they ended up being fine in that situation. Also, did a Reinhardt just try to charge a diva off the map? You love to see it. I'm okay with the cleanse. Like, at least make sure your teammates are good. If you tunnel vision for that long, there's surely something going to be happening there to your teammates that you need to at least make sure they're fine. So I want to get you in the habit of that. All right, keep it going. Okay. I'm ready. I don't mind this. Healing up. Healing your teammate. Good Kitsune, by the way. Once again, I'm glad to see you using your Kitsunes aggressively. Alright, wait for it. There you go. Okay. I gotta talk about it again. I know you like to play aggressive, but you really need to figure out when you need to help your team. And this is one of those situations where I get what you're trying to do, but like if your teammates need help and they're constantly getting killed and that's how you're losing a team fight, you need to understand that it's okay to fall back there and then go get a DPS time in later. It's very time-in based right now. So like I would have probably tried to get back to your teammates after you won the initial team fight for a second to let the team fight start and then go there, or be there even sooner. It just felt like your timings were off, and then next thing you know, you lose 2 people, and then you're like, oh, what happened? So, you know, obviously your playstyle, and self-admittedly, your playstyle is not a very aggressive playstyle. But like at this point, if you're going to be that aggressive, you also need to figure out your timings. Also, that diva might be able to clutch the point. That diva just clutched the point. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay. Once again, the problem is that you're trying to set up for these flanks to make these aggressive plays or be able to make a play to help your teammates win, right? Great. The problem that we're seeing again, you need to be with your team, and then you start to go and make these aggressive flanks as the team fights happen and as it makes sense. Right now, you're setting up there, and then your teammates just die. your Mercy's not going to be able to keep everybody alive. So you need to be a part of your team in some way. And with the way that you're playing right now, and somebody in the chat just mentioned zero value, is you're losing a ton of value. You're actually taking away some of the value you can have early game by just sitting there and hiding. You're waiting for something to happen to be able to go get a kill on them in their backline. But like, look at their comp. Outside of, let's say, the Ashe, you're not going to get anybody right there. So what happens? Your teammates get grinded down. Now you're down your teammates again, and look at this. Now you're going to lose the team fight. Shy Rose, thanks for the 4 months of the finish round, thank you. And 022, thank you for the 13 months of tier 1. Thank you. They're trying to carry your limbs with the team doesn't need it. Well, that's what they've been saying is like they need to get out of the they want to get out of the habit of like doing that. But like, okay, an example right there. That was a situation where you could still be the aggressive player you want to be from a damage point of view while also helping your team. Do you see that? You said why Suzu? I mean, I think they Suzu'd that because there was a Sombra in the backline and they wanted to guarantee they survived. Like, I get it to an extent. I'm not going to overanalyze that specific one that I just watched. But like the point I'm making here, I'll show you in a second. Maybe I'm missing the Suzus. Okay, is it here with the Suzu? Right here, right? Is that the Suzu you're talking about? Right there? Right? Is it a perfect Suzu? No, but like it does what it's supposed to. It doesn't have to worry about the Mercy, allows damage fall off. I'm okay with that. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, but their Orisa just died. Their Orisa was gonna die anyway because they're positioning. The rest of this whole team fight is not even gonna be because of the Suzu, it's gonna be because of the position. Granted though, you did it again, by the way. You did it again. You make a really good play to save your Mercy and then survive a team fight, and then your first reaction is to go set up on the flank, and then you lose your teammates. Now, I'm not saying that's all on you, but do you see how your habit is, oh, I got a pick, I made a good play, let's go set up on the flank now to do DPS? But like, if your teammates haven't proven that they're going to be able to win a team fight after that, and they need your assistance to win the next team fight, you know, maybe an extra couple heals on your Orisa helps, right? Maybe it gets a lot easier across the board. And I want you to kind of be wary of plays like that, because I think it will be super helpful for you in the long run. At least in my opinion. Okay, anyway. Now remember, you're with your team and you can do damage now. You see how you're with your team and you're seeing good results? That's what I wanted to point out earlier. That cleanse was a little bit off, but I think you meant to cleanse your Ashe, so. I want to get out of the habit of trying to do that every time, only because, like, the Mercy one made sense. This one, remember, you needed your cleanse, you're good now, because they have grab. Just remember they have grab. Okay. Stop tunnel vision DPS kills, okay? Do you notice how you make a good play? Everything makes sense. You have an advantage. Your Orisa goes in. At 0 point did you decide to, like, shift your philosophy on where to go there, right? You were like, no, you know what? I'm going to DPS this no matter what, and I do not care. And that's exactly what you did. You did not care one bit about how that play was going to go, and then you started DPSing. You didn't turn for your Orisa at any point. And what happened? Because of that, your Orisa died. You could go like, yeah, but like, could I save the Orisa? Well, you certainly didn't know if you could save the Orisa because you weren't looking at your Orisa. And once again, do you see the problem we're running into here because you're not looking at the Orisa? That is why I want to get you in the mindset and the habit of like, it's okay to DPS, but make sure your teammates are okay first. And that was a situation where you immediately just started blasting, and that was the end of that. Now you lost your Orisa, and now you lost a team fight that, in my opinion, it wasn't really lost yet. But you definitely contributed to them winning that team fight. The other team, that is. Now you're on to BAP. I mean, I don't even think they need to learn the Kiriko rhythm on, like, how they do it. I think they straight up just need to, like, not default to just DPS in the middle of a team fight when the team fight isn't even won. Right? Like, you're not... DPSing as a support is a good addition to what you can do. But, like, if you're going out of your way to constantly lose your team and then not be, like... The trade-off doesn't seem worth it if your teammates aren't able to play around that playstyle. Is what I mean, right? Like, it just doesn't seem worth it to play around that playstyle. That Sombra hecked up bad there. Digilove, thanks for the gift of sub. Thank you, Hiimishie. Thank you. Hey, nice shot. That, to me, was good timing. They didn't have their whole team there. Your teammates were fine on point. That was good damage timing. Look at your team. I do like... You were fine there because, you know, it's like a 2v5. Wait for it. Wait for it. Don't be afraid to use a window here, although you did say you need to work on your windows. Nice job healing your teammates. Now, I have a feeling that if you were on Kiriko, you'd be on the flank already and your teammate would die there. You see what I'm saying? What happened here? You were in a spot where you were in range of your team. You healed your Cassidy during a good play. You also got kills. Do you see why I get, like, so adamant about you adjusting that play style as much as you can? Like, that is why I'm getting so adamant, because you can do this on Kiriko. You can do this exact same location, same position, and on Kiriko, and that's what you need to do. On BAP, you're playing back. You're playing with your team. You're putting damage output when you need to. So far. I mean, obviously that could shift, and that's good. You know, this is good. I like this. Look at your teammates, though. Don't look at your brig there in case they took a random headshot or something. Okay. Window, if you want to use it, you can use it from this high ground bridge area. I know you're worried about the Sombra, but, like, remember that you can also help your team. That was an unlucky lamp. Chat, if you wonder what happened there, I do want to say, I do think that when you're running a brig, and this is just at least my opinion, I do think when you're running a brig and you're on BAP, you don't need to go for, like, the lamp play that you did with, like, Kiriko on the Suzu. I think it's okay to just realize that one heal from you or your brig is going to keep your Ashe alive. You're not going to have to worry about the Sombra doing burst damage, especially when it's like in a 1v5 there. So don't worry about that. So that was a wasted lamp. And keep in mind, lamp is on a longer cooldown than Suzu. So. Yeah. Yeah, no, going BAP has definitely helped that. You can window this if you want to. I will say that's more in your cast than it's on you. And at the same time, imagine if you had lamp, that could have been a situation. This window's fine, by the way. If you're worried about this lamp, this window, I'm not worried about it. You're keeping a high ground window. I want you to think about what it looks like from their team's point of view. It may look like a bad window to you, but I think at the same time, your teammates, like their team, they're going to see that window and they're going to have to play that much differently. So you did that. Good job there. So I think using window for heals is more viable than using it for damage. It's for both. It's for both. You don't even have to worry about anything here besides healing your team. You're good. There you go. Yep.
You look like you needed a hand.
All right. A little bit off there. That's okay. You're healing your team. See, isn't it nice that, like, you're in spots where you can still help your team, and these team fights last longer now? Do you notice this? Because you're more involved in general with, like, keeping your team alive. Yeah, you lose the team fight, but they grinded you down with plays. Do you see what I'm saying, though? How, like, that's why you're having a much better time on BAP, is because you're just playing it better than you were before. And I really like that. So, yeah.
Nice to be the patient.
Yeah, if they played Kiriko like this from the beginning, I think it might be a bit of a different result. I mean, there's no guarantee, but I think it would have been a little bit better. No. Bad lamp. What's the point of that lamp? I asked you that question because you were trying to use that lamp for, like, a self-damage play. That is not how you want to use lamp. You're going to need lamp, and you're going to see it. It's going to somehow need it somewhere here. Big slam? Holy crap. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like your Reinhardt just bailed you out with that one. Like, that play right there, like, that lamp was going to be rough. Holy crap. Got to get better with your lamp and your Suzus for sure. Big slam by your Ryan. Window-wise, I'm 50-50 on that one. I'm not saying I wouldn't use lamp there, and I'm not saying I would use lamp. I mean, window, that is, to be honest with you. That's like you're going to make that decision really quickly, and it's just going to be what it is. I'm okay with either or. But I only say I don't know if I would have used that, because when your teammates are critical in that situation, and you know if you lose the team fight, you lose the point, your decision-making kind of has to... You just have to make a very quick decision and, like, be confident with whatever one it is. That was just on you at that point. You've lost map control, you've lost contain. Stop staying in the spot where you've lost contain, right? If you've lost map control, do you see how the map control's, like... This, if you don't control this anymore, you need to be back up to where your brig is. Your brig had the right idea. That was on you. 100% bad position by you. Recognize that, like, the map control is shifting. Now they're down you. The other team's going to have, like, a free anything they have for now. They don't have any other ultimates coming up, but they could maybe build up, like, a Bastion ult. Maybe if you were there, your Reaper survives that. Things like that. Like, there's a lot there. Naveed, thanks for the 22 months of the Tier 1. Thank you. You're right. That is almost a year. That's 22 months. This is where are they now, so I don't know what their rank is just yet. They were gold 4 initially. I'm pretty sure on support, or no? What were they? I think they were gold 4. And it's on console, yes. This is on console. Yep. All right, let's see how your defense goes. Now, remember last time when you played defense here, you played 2 aggro and got killed, and you didn't look at your teammates. So let's make an adjustment this time. Excuse me.
Cover each other. We need to stop that payload.
Now you don't. Stay near the immortality field.
I mean, you made the 1v1 happen. What? Now, you have a tank, don't you?
Nice to be the patient for a change.
Now, the reason why I said that is because guess what? You didn't look at your tank at all. So imagine during that whole process, you don't look at your tank and your tank dies there. You see why I want to get you in the habit of scanning for your teammates too? You didn't look at your tank at all. That lamp's okay. That lamp was necessary. Burst heal, yep. Might have missed the burst heal actually, even though I might have thought it was range too. Okay, much better. Now stop jumping around like that though for a little bit here. I'm telling you this right now, you're gonna get rolled by them to your left if you keep doing this. You don't have a burst heal yet. Use your burst heal if you need to. That's okay. Drop down window if you want. I'd window from actually high ground to help you, and then just use your window here, yes. Perfect window. This creates off angles. This is wonderfully played. Nice job. Don't need to use that lamp. But you know what? It's still better than some of your lamps, which is the worst part. Nice job. Good hold. Very good hold. I will say, though, you definitely need to clean up some of your gameplay. There's definitely mistakes you're making that, like, that could have gone either way. You spamming, like, for example, like, jump right there could have easily gotten you killed. So I just want to get you out of the habit of doing something like that when, in reality, it could go a lot better than that. At least how I see it. All right, let's see how the rest goes here. Did they almost average on around? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, work on good positioning. And to the question about, like, when I climb, like, how does it change? Better positioning is generally what will change a lot. Obviously, the mechanics get better, but the position is so key that, like, it's harder to, like, fall up on a lot of the limbs. Like, you don't get as many, like, free, like, people standing in the open kills. Things like that. Now, remember, your teammates come first here in this situation. Don't do that. What's the point of that? There's 0 point for that rotation. Just keep your teammates alive. At this point, the worst thing you can do is make your teammates feel like they're going to be at low HP at all times. Just keep your teammates alive. You'll get a quick window. You're on BAP. One of the benefits of playing BAP this early in this game is that you can literally get a window really fast. Look at your ult charge right now, and you weren't even healing for the majority of this. Like at the first, like, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. You could already be at 70%. Keep healing your team. Keep healing your team. Come on. Be careful here, though. Don't overdo it. Just keep your teammate alive. This is fine. It's okay if you lose this team fight. You don't need to win this one. They use Brig ult. Don't use a bad ult here. Just build up your window. Do not use your window the moment you get it. Just save it for a second. Just wait it out. Yes, this is correct so far. Wait it out. Wait again. Just wait again. Reset this team fight. Okay, now I would still save it. Maybe it works. If you think you can heal him through this, you got it. But I'm afraid that I think I would have saved your window. Good news is you got 2 picks. So there is a flip side to that. Your teammates did get picks, and you have Brig ult coming up in a 5v3. You shouldn't lose this. And they use Kitsune. Your team should be fine. The last thing you need to do is stagger. Just don't run to the point yet. Just wait. Stop flying to the point. No. That's on your... Okay. Sergeant Croissant went in there trying to get that play. Still might be able to win this. Don't need to lamp that early. You're fine. Your D.Va had touch. If you see your D.Va there, you don't need to do that. Don't try to do too much. Oh, I saw the Brig died. That's why I was like, uh-oh. It should be fine, though. You don't even need to overpeak this. Just like, play the corner. Your team should be fine. Sigma should die in, like, 2 seconds. What a clutch ult. That was like a last-second ult. Oh, no. It might come up to Sergeant Croissant. Lamp was as soon as you could. Okay. In that situation, again, try to play positioning. You can keep tapping the cart. I want to point something to you. They have to turn the corner here. You can sit here all day long, right? You can literally sit here all day long and, like, just tap the cart back and forth. You have the time in. So trying to go in for a kill there was not going to be the play. They have Bastional again. Yeah, you're going to lose the team fight now. I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why your team lost that, in my opinion, you basically misplayed the whole scenario. And what I mean by that is, rather than just like save your ultimates and understand, okay, we're gonna be fine, they just use 4 ultimates, your window, the Ramatra ultimate. If your teammates just saved ultimates and then you can try to communicate this at the beginning, like, hey, save your ultimate, I think you would have been a much, much better spot. But trying to force the window play there, that was one of those moments where you're like, all you needed to do was like safely tap the cart, play slow, don't worry about it, and you'll win. Like, the playing slow part is like the most important part there. And sometimes people will try to just force the win there when you just playing it slow. You got 2 picks. Remember when Sergeant Croissant just like flew right back to the point? Right there. Already down 1 because of Sergeant Croissant flying to the point. You using your lamp randomly when your diva blatantly can touch point. Things like that are make or break. And I think you need to clean up on that. Your lamp usage and your Snoozy usage were a bit off. And once again, and this will help you, remember, the more, like, you can be aggressive, but I want you to look at how your BAP gameplay was on 3rd point for the most part defense, and then what your Kiriko gameplay was. Try to play that BAP play style a little bit more in Kiriko, and you'd be surprised. You're going to get way more value. You went on way too many, like, I'm going to go on flanks and forget about my teammates. Remember, once again, the rotation. Make sure your teammates are okay. Make sure they have good enough HP. Then go for damage. You did too much of, oh, they're behind me now, I don't care. And that was a major problem. I think you can fix it, though. You got this. Now, rank-wise, you initially were gold 4 months ago. I think mechanically, definitely seeing some progress. I'm going to say plat 5. I think that the way the fights played out, I want to say plat 5. And the new rank is plat 5. Congratulations on the climb. In 4 months to go from gold 4 to plat 5, that is still a very good climb, and you're into a new like bracket of rank. I think that's totally fine. I felt like you had some good moments. I think that if you really want to start climbing, though, and clean up your gameplay, you really need to start doing what you did on 3rd point as BAP, rather than what you were doing on many points as Kiriko. You clean that up, you're going to see, I'm telling you right now, look at this game. You lost this game because of just one team fight at the beginning here. You could have solved this by just having smart gameplay on 1st point by taking it slow, or you could have had a 1 or 2 more team fights won and never got to this point, and you just win the game. So you clean that up, I think you're going to see a climb. I really do. So congrats on the climb. Keep at it. You got this. You can definitely climb. You really need to clean up that gameplay, though. I think if you do that, you're going to be in a very good spot. All right. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. Leave a comment. All that helps. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. You see my Discord. That is where you would do that in the description below. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. Also, we stream on YouTube, so stop by. We have a lot of fun here. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing day /night.